the art of Marvel.
Is an existing hotel that opened exactly 27 years ago. So we're so excited to be here with you tonight on this anniversary. As of January of this year, this hotel is currently under construction to reopen in summer of 2020. It will undergo a complete interior rehab. This hotel will evoke the contemporary sophistication of New York, which is home to Marvel, its iconic superheroes, and the artists that created them. The interior of this hotel will feel like a luxury-style Manhattan establishment reminiscent of Avengers headquarters or a place you might even find Tony Stark. It was also very important to us to make sure that we weaved into the interior quintessential New York motifs like Art Deco. The logo here we released a couple months ago, and this is reminiscent of this idea of incorporating deco. We were inspired by marquees and signage in New York and created this custom typeface, but it's a little bit of a contemporary take, which matches really well with the overall aesthetic of this hotel. The main focal point of this hotel really is its extensive art collection, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you a sneak peek of some of the artwork that we'll have inside. As you can see, we're really showcasing a diversity of different styles that are representative of Marvel. It was important to us to not only show comic book art and film concept art, while of course those will be included in this hotel, but to really showcase everything else in between. So we'll be showing storyboards and costumes and props and production design and even some theme park design and so much more. Big, bold pieces of art will be on display, similarly to how you would see them in a contemporary art gallery. I think many times when we think about hotel art, we tend to think of it as being decorative and kind of bland, but what we're doing with this hotel is making it feel more like a gallery that exists inside the space. This collection of art, we have almost 300 pieces of art comprised of limited edition pieces, artwork from Marvel archives, and also art that we've been working with artists from all around the world to create exclusively for this hotel. One of the most fascinating parts of this project has been working with these international Marvel artists to talk to them about how Marvel characters and storytelling has inspired them and their artwork, and how this is translated into each piece in a unique way. And these are the artists that are defining what Marvel art is today. I think whether you are a huge fan of Marvel or you don't know very much about Marvel at all, you will be truly surprised and inspired by this art collection that we have inside the hotel. This is an interior concept rendering of the lobby. As you can see, the interior, again, is very contemporary and sophisticated and very cosmopolitan. The color palette is a little bit more subdued, and the reason for this is because we really want to focus our guests' attention on these bright, beautiful pieces of artwork that will be all around the lobby. The main showcase for this lobby really are these large windows on either side of the lobby. And these were inspired by the comic book page. So we actually worked with a Marvel comic book artist to create an exclusive story and exclusive artwork. And it showcases a story of the Avengers assembling in New York, as well as a story of Spider-Man. The process for creating this was very similar to how you would create a comic book page. except, of course, this is epically large, and it's also a piece of permanent architecture. But what's so great about this is we're completely changing the context, so our guests will be able to get up close and see a lot of the detail, which is a completely different experience than somebody might have if they were to open up a comic book. This is the Downtown Diner, which is an upscale diner inside the hotel. It is quintessentially New York in so many different ways. It has that kind of contemporary take on deco. And this is really our opportunity to celebrate the legacy of Marvel, the 80 years of artwork. And we're doing that by showing, kind of paring it down and only showing black and white line art, which is really what started it all for Marvel. So we will have a chronology of history. We will have everyone from Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko to Scotty Young and Sarah Pichelli represented in this space. And because we've decided to just do black and white line art, what we're able to see is how each of these artists had such a unique style and how they inspired and influenced the generations to come. This is a sampling of that type of artwork. Some of the pieces are from the archives, but some of it is completely new. So for example, the Captain America and the Groot are new pieces of artwork that are exclusive to this space. And we have 90 unique pieces inside of this restaurant. We also had the opportunity to show some of these superheroes that are lesser known but still fan favorites. So my personal favorite, Miss Marvel, which is up there in the center, we're able to show her in this space. This is a photograph of one of the rooms inside of the hotel. The color palette was influenced by Iron Man's armor. And for the artwork, what we wanted to do was really put together an exhaustive combination of different artworks so that if you were staying here with your family or if you're a repeat guest, you would see different artwork in the room every time that you were there. All of the artwork is contemporary comic book covers or variant comic book covers. But what we've done is we've stripped away all of the text from them so you can really appreciate them for the amazing works of artwork that they are. And they'll be printed very large in the room, so our guests will be able to get up close and really notice a lot of the detail in them. The other special thing about this hotel is that each floor of the hotel will be dedicated to a different superhero. So if you went into the elevator and you hit the third floor, which is the Hulk floor, as the elevator doors open, you would be greeted by a mural of Hulk, and as you walk down the hallway, you would see different artists' interpretations of that same superhero. So that's a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the artwork that's in the hotel, but I also brought with me an interview with two artists that are creating exclusive artwork for the hotel as we speak.
My name is Ryan Meinerding. I'm head of visual development at Marvel Studios. I've worked at Marvel for around 13 years and have been here since Iron Man 1, so I've led the design on 14 films.
My name is Andy Park, and I'm the director of visual development at Marvel Studios. In the visual development department, we start off creating artwork in the very beginning of the movie making process. We're approached to create design work, mainly to design the characters and the heroes that you see throughout the films. When I heard about Disney's Hotel New York, I thought it was really cool because when you think about Marvel Comics, you always think about New York. So to have a hotel dedicated to so much of Marvel's history and legacy is really special.
My first reaction is that's amazing. I mean, the idea of taking the almost 80 years worth of artwork that's been generated for Marvel Comics and everything that's come after that, and having it be treated as fine art in a hotel is an amazing thing, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. These characters have inspired me for almost my entire life, and to sort of be able to have that artwork celebrated in a tradition along with all of the other iconic Marvel artists is incredible. So I'm working on something for the Captain America floor to go around the elevators that is, I think, transitioning some of my concept art that I worked on for the actual films into a piece that will work in that space. And I'm also working on an Avengers piece that's going to go around the lobby of the convention center. It's going to be a big action battle sequence where the Avengers are working together to defeat, all the villains.
The particular piece I'm doing, which depicts Captain Marvel in full binary form, full energy, her helmet on, was originally illustrated when I was working and leading the team on Captain Marvel. But I'm taking that artwork and I'm further adapting that image to be an exclusive image that's going to be seen in the hotel.
I mean, one of the things we've tried to do at Marvel Studios is bring enough detail and realism to the designs of the costumes that they actually feel like they do exist or should exist in the real world. So the idea of having the artwork printed large enough that people can get up close and see the fabric textures and the different seams that we're putting into the costumes, and I hope that's what they take away from it, that the characters don't kind of feel like comic characters anymore. They feel like real, living, breathing, people that could exist in our world and exist in the films.